Watch the tailpipe on the left side. It looked like as he was coming down through here.
They're accelerating here.
Coming up through the gears. A little bit of puff right there.
There was a little puff.
And see Rusty jump on the brakes. It looked like something the 27 car stumbled a minute. And Rusty tried to miss him and hit the rear. Shot the 27 out in Earnhardt and then in the Rudd too. But that 27 stumbled a little bit on that start. Is what really stacked him up.
Now the carburetor could have been loaded up and make that little puff of smoke. Whatever it was, though, he did fail to go up to speed. Ricky, any comment on that?
Well, they got the Goodies Headache Award. They ought to have the Rubber Head of the Race Award, and I give it to Rusty Wallace. That's my vote. I don't know about the rest of these guys that sitting here tore up in the garage, but that was just a dumb, stupid move. I mean, you know, I don't know where he was going. You know, you just got to wait your time. The track's greasy. Everybody pretty much was biding their time, and that dumb SOB comes up through there like an idiot and causes a chain reaction.
Ricky, one of your best race cars this year you had, too. Nice and smooth ride you were having.
Well, I just hate to see it get wasted. You know, a lot of guys work awful hard at that.
You know, in fairness to everybody involved, what Ricky saw was the obvious thing you would see, and it might have been the first thing you saw at home, that Rusty ran into the back of Hut Strickland. But as we say many times, there's always several points of what happened in the story.
Last lap, change of position. Ricky Rudd gets by Rusty Wallace, and Rusty's obviously not happy at the tactics.
And Dale Jarrett spins down in the corner.
Tempers. Right to the very end.
Some hot tempers after the race with you and Ricky Rudd. What happened at the end of the race?
I just got racing order in turn 3. I got a little bump from the behind and lost a position. That's about it. Just Bristol racing.
A little retaliation?
No, I just couldn't get stopped.
And Rusty Wallace, very kind with his words, very politically correct. Come on with a 5th place finish, and he is on his way to the Winston Cup truck for a talking to Dave Burns.
After a couple of races where Ricky did not finish well at all, a good rebound tonight. Tell us about the, well, some are calling an incident on the last lap with Rusty.
Well, I'm not really sure. Evidently, Rusty's brakes went out about 3 or 4 laps ago. I was able to catch him, got into him a little bit, and I guess when the race was over, his brakes really didn't work. So they're paid to favor, I guess.
Did Rusty hit him?
Yeah, Rusty got into
I believe Rusty got in the brakes.
Wow.
Remember Bristol?
You obviously had the best car there at the end of the race. What happened with you and Rusty Wallace?
Well, Rusty, I don't know what was wrong with him. He was off the pace. Something was wrong with him. I guess he needed a caution. I was laughing him, and I guess he needed a caution and decided to wreck the leader. I've never seen nothing like it. I know he's got the nickname Rubberhead in the garage area. Now, I never understood it, but I understand it now.
Some very strong words between you two. What was said in the garage area?
Well, it was just a sort of a one-on-one discussion, and we didn't discuss too much. It's too big of a crowd around, so we'll discuss it later.
I know it's difficult to have perspective, but this was a great run for your team, Ricky.
Well, it really was. You know, I mean, Little E, he was definitely very, very fast all race, and then he faded there for a long stretch, and he was a fast guy at the end. Like I said, when we spun, we did something to the car. I don't know if they banged the fender up or something. It's just a shame you got to deal with nonsense like this. You know, I used to have a lot of respect for that guy. I wouldn't give him 2 cents right now.
Can you describe the disappointment?
It's just kind of hard to put it in words. I guess the only thing keeps me going. I think about what's going on here, and I look at the world's problems. This isn't too bad.
All right, they finished top 5 today, but somehow doesn't feel like a top 5, Matt.
And Marty, the other member of that duo is Rusty Wallace. And Rusty, first off, what's your take on the incident between yourself and Ricky Rudd?
Oh, my take on the incident, he was getting ready to lap me, and as he rapped me, he run into me in the back straightaway. And as I went down the corner, I just stood in the throttle, tried to pass him on the outside. He slowed up a little bit. I got in the tail end of him. That's my story.
A lot of speculation, possibly a payback for the post-race incident at Bristol?
No, that wasn't payback. We're going too fast to do stuff like that, but he's got his memory's pretty short. He rammed the crap out of me at Bristol, you know, and now he forgets about it. You know, I named the guy a conehead a long time ago. I think I'm going to name that dude that.